What's up, people? BenSamulakTV here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for taking time to check out this video, how to get a beautiful wife. I'm very confident I can help you with this because I have a beautiful wife myself. And so if I wouldn't have a beautiful wife, then maybe I would not know what I'm talking about. Because I do have a beautiful wife, maybe I have some little bit of information that could be helpful to you. So that's why I feel like I am able to give you this advice and give you some ideas on how to get a beautiful wife and how to keep a beautiful wife. Because some people can get a beautiful wife or a beautiful, yeah, but you might have to share her with another guy because she may not be the right beautiful wife. There's a lot of girls who are pretty out there, but you want a beautiful wife who's going to stay with you, who you're not going to have to share with other guys. Okay, so how do you find that? And that's what I found. I've been married 20 years and my wife is still very beautiful. So she's it's great. I'm happy. So how do you do that? Now, I'm not the most attractive guy, and I can admit that. Okay, I'm not ugly. I'm not Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln said someone called him Two-Face once, and he said, "If I was Two-Faced, do you think I would pick this one?" So I'm not Abraham Lincoln. Let's I can say that I can I have some confidence in my looks a little bit, but I may not be a GQ supermodel. Okay, I can admit that myself. So how then did someone who's not a GQ supermodel get a beautiful wife? Well, there's more, women look at more than just looks, okay, just looks, but of course, you have to, number one, you have to take care of your looks, your outward appearance. So if you're at home and you're wondering, I've seen, different things where some guys, some young guys are just, they get bothered. Why doesn't a pretty girl want to give me a chance? Why don't pretty girls talk to me? Well, first off, look at yourself in the mirror, okay? That's what you have to do. Now, this video is going to help you come to reality. You might not like what you hear, but if you want a beautiful wife, then you gotta do something different. And yeah, sure. Hey, I just want her to love me for myself. That's great. But if you yourself is not with a beautiful woman right now, a beautiful wife, then you need to change yourself. Okay, so someone once said, I was watching a video and they said, think about, would you want to date or marry yourself? Okay, and most of us love ourselves, but just think about that. If you were a woman, would you want to marry yourself? How do you keep yourself? So appearance is a big deal. Now, you may not have natural good looks like some of the population, like some movie stars or whatever, but you can still make yourself look attractive. You can still keep your hair. You can take showers. You can shave. These are simple things, it seems like, but this is some things a lot of guys don't do. They overeat, they don't take showers, they don't wear deodorant, they don't change their clothes, they don't spend time to get decent, nice clothes that people will see. And you would say, wow, I don't want a woman who's shallow. That's not shallow. Why are you then trying to find a woman who's beautiful? You're shallow because you think when you see someone who looks outwardly pretty, that someone who you're attracted to. They usually, what do those women do? They may not have the most natural beauty either, but most beautiful, if it's a beautiful girl, it's probably because she combs her hair, she wears makeup, she shouldn't have to wear a lot, but just she does things, she has nice clothes, they're clean, she probably washes her clothes, presses them, or makes them look nice. It's a disciplined person. So that's what that is why you most likely are attracted to somebody in that way, that you want a pretty or beautiful woman. And it's not just looks, it's also, we have to look at, you have to be extra, or if you want an extraordinarily pretty girl, you have to become extraordinary in some way. You can't just think that you're going to be able to stay the way you are and then go ahead and find someone who's extraordinary. It's not going to happen. And you have to be someone who that woman knows. You can maybe go on a date with a pretty girl, but are you going to be able to marry a pretty girl or beautiful girl and know that they're going to be able to see you even outside of that date? Anyone could go on a date, buy some nice clothes, spend some good money, give a girl a good time, but are you going to be able to, is that who you are all the time? So to have the confidence, then you need to know, yes, I am someone who takes care of my outward looks all the time. I take showers all the time, not just to go on a date. I shave, I keep myself up. I wash my clothes. I make sure my clothes look good. I have money to go buy some nice clothes to make sure that I look, that I look clean, that I look like you're somewhat up to date in the styles, and because most girls, if you consider them beautiful, it's probably because they dress nice. They probably have nice fashion. They probably, have their hair styled right. They do things like that. And that's a woman who's disciplined, who, takes care of themselves. They spend time in those things. They're not shallow, but they just want to outwardly, they take care of themselves. That's why you would think they're pretty compared to someone who may not. And it seems so simple, but, you know, a girl who doesn't shower, maybe doesn't take care of her hair, maybe doesn't put on a little makeup, doesn't wash herself, so then maybe, there's some blemishes there, whatever, which you can overlook, but some of that stuff can be alleviated by just simply taking care of yourself. Number one. Number two, that's physical side. On the spiritual side, I think that's very important. Not many people who try to mentor people on how to, find and get an attractive woman or man talk about the spiritual side. I think that a woman, if they want to see someone as a long-term mate, wants to make sure that person, spiritually has some kind of foundation. Now, you can be extraordinary, in your bank account. You might not even look that great, but if you're extraordinary in your bank account, that's going to attract some pretty women. If you are extraordinary in your looks, if you're extraordinary even in your spiritual conditions, some women really are attracted to it, and they say, hey, this is good for a long-term mate. This person will be able to help take care of me, help take care of my children. And that's really what women, a lot of women are looking for. They want to have someone who takes care of themselves, who is extraordinary in their eyes in some way, but they want to make sure that that person is going to be faithful to them, take care of them, take care of the kids, which that's kind of a role that even as a man, you'll feel good about yourself if you can do that. So you need to be confident in yourself that, yeah, I can not only just take care of myself. Some of you guys can't even take care of yourselves. That's why you're not confident to say, I'm going to be able to have a beautiful wife, because they expect that you, if you're going to be their husband, they want more. They want higher things. That's why they take care of themselves. They want a guy who's going to be taking care of them, sticking by them, not cheating on them, taking care of their kids, someone who will protect the kids. So you have to show them in some way that you're extraordinary, so they know, okay, this is not just dating material. This is someone who's going to stay with me for a long time. So to me, I think that, I had a lot of trouble, which was fine. Comes time when you want to have somebody that you want to spend the rest of your life with. But that didn't change till I got serious in my spiritual life. So when I got serious on the spiritual side, then that actually gave me a lot more confidence that I would be able to be faithful to somebody and to my kids and to my wife and to my family. So before my spirit, I had that spiritual foundation built in and started to go after that. I didn't have a lot of confidence that would I be able to take care of someone? Would I be able to stay with somebody? I wasn't able to take care of myself. So they can see that in me. And that's why, it's like up to that point before I met my wife, I wouldn't have married myself, like I said, because I was just not sure of myself. I was not, a stable person. And that's another thing a woman wants is you can have an edge, which sometimes, women like that, but you don't want to be unstable, whether spiritually. You don't want to be overly spiritual, like to where they feel like, man, this guy's like the way. Some women might like that, so that's fine, but most women don't want someone who's over unstable in just look, even in their looks. They're too in themselves, or unstable in their temper, or unstable in their just aggressive or whatever. Like they might like some of those traits, but not overly. So you got to be a person who's well-rounded and balanced, so that they're not like, man, this guy is like, he's cool now, but is he going to be too much? And so that might be too much for somebody. They want someone who's stable, and they know they're going to be, they can be predictable. They understand this guy tomorrow is not going to be crazy, and today's going to be like bipolar or something. But I mean, if you are, hey, you can still have an extraordinary, they can overlook some things if you can be extraordinary in other ways. So mentally too, that could be another way that you can have a beautiful wife, is you can be someone who's very extraordinary in the mental realm, like in studying and becoming smart, and being above average in IQ from other people. That could be attractive to some. But if you just are someone who's not ambitious, if you are someone who's not taking care of yourself spiritually, physically, mentally, you're not educating yourself, you're not reading books, you're not going to the gym, that's something that, even if you just go to the gym, and you don't have to become Arnold Schwarzenegger, but you got to show them that you're taking care of yourself. If you want a woman who takes care of themselves, you got to take care of yourself. Don't think that, like I said, you can't just get a beautiful wife or a woman, you have to earn it, and then you have to be able to maintain that for the long period. So if you can't do that, then just don't even think that you're going to get a beautiful wife, and keep a beautiful wife. And to me, it's like, if you have that spiritual foundation, the side I was talking about, then you can have a woman who's attracted to that, and that you want that woman to have a higher morality as well. You don't just want a beautiful woman, because like I said, you might have to share them with other guys then, and you don't want that. You want to have a beautiful woman who has standards in herself and her morality, so that you know that that person will not only, have to have a relationship with them and have a long-term relationship, but you're not going to be worried about that person going out and doing things, that out going out to other guys or whatever. So I found all that in my wife, and I'm very happy. She's not just beautiful outwardly, she's intellectually as well as spiritually. So to have that, it's great. I'm telling you, it's worth it, but you have to work for it all the time, and not just when you get your wife. You have to take care of the relationship. You have to keep taking care of yourself. You have to keep working to provide for the family. You have to show them that you're going to be taking care of yourself physically, so that you can, protect and take care of that side. So there's all that. And if you don't think you can do that, then just, I would say, then stop dreaming and wishing. Okay, then that's all you can do. But if you actually want that to become a reality in your life, it may not happen tomorrow, because you're going to have to make changes. You're going to have to start to do things in your life, like I did when I turned my life around spiritually. I went to the gym. I tried, and I went to college, so I was taking care of some, but I didn't take care of the spiritual side. So because that, I was really didn't have a strong foundation to be stable, right? Totally, for a person, a beautiful woman to say, hey, this guy is going to be there for me. He's going to take care of me. He's not going to cheat on me. He's going to take care of the kids. He's going to take care of me. I'm going to trust him. So once I got that and I became solid in that, then that's when I think, it took time. It took a couple of years for me to finally have that stability in all those different areas. And then when I met my wife, I think she saw that, and we knew each other for a long time. But eventually it came to a point where we were both like, we both, trust each other. She knew that was something that was not just a one-time fluke, but a long-term thing. And then with that, of course I was physically attracted to her. Maybe she was able to then, look past some of my shortnesses, because there was enough there, like I was saying, to where she was able to then trust and say, yeah, this is someone that I want to be with for life. So, and that's it. So those are some little pointers, tips. I don't know, hopefully that'll be helpful to you, and I can maybe make some more videos. I'm going to end it right there though. Thanks for tuning in, BenSamulakTV. See you next time. Bye.